What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley. I am David, and I have got some special guests in the house tonight. What's going on? Derek McGrew Jr., Derek McGrew Sr.
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
What's up?
Go ahead, man. Talk. You can go first. You're the guy here. I'm just a chauffeur.
Not much.
Chauffeur.
Just came off a win at Lakeview Speedway this past Saturday, and we're on vacation down here for the week. So, happy we could stop by and be on the podcast.
Well, I'm glad y'all stopped down. Where I know we've talked about it, but where y'all staying down? Y'all at the beach, ain't you? At Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, right in North Myrtle.
Like it up there?
It's not bad. Better than home.
Better than home.
It's not as nice as Murals when we were down there last year.
Oh, yeah. The good old Garden City area down there. That's a nice area down there.
Yeah, we're hanging out on the balcony at the place now, wondering where our guy is with the guitar and singing songs.
Oh. It could happen. You never know. You never know. It's always fun. Yeah, y'all just gonna have a second address down at the beach. It's like y'all are either at home or beach.
We're gonna have a second address somewhere down here at some point. I don't know if it'll be near the beach or near you, but it's gonna be somewhere down there.
Come on, we'd love it. But other than racing, man, what you been up to? What's you been working hard? How's winter being up north and all that fun stuff?
Oh, it's been tough. Like I said, I mean, I know you want to stay off the topic of racing right now, but we started off our season in Florida in February. Didn't go as well as it could have. We were trying some new stuff with setup and just finished building a new race car. First race driving for John in Miracle Motorsports. So going down there just to learn and try to test some new things. And we had one good night where we finished inside the top 5, and the other nights we just struggled a little bit, just trying to learn the car and in the new setup we had in it. Other than that, got back home and just finished building our other car we came down here with this weekend, and getting all of our work stuff ready for the season.
Sweet. Was there did I get plenty of snow up y'all's way this year?
Yeah, it was a pretty rough winter.
I saw a picture the other day. Senior, you was still standing by a snowbank.
Yeah, we went up. The guy that he's teamed up with for Saturday nights, John Mack with Miracle Motorsports. He's got a house up in Indian Lake, and he's down in Florida. And he bought us a new trailer for when we race his car. So he needed his truck that was in Indian Lake. So since we were coming down here, I drove up there quick, picked up his truck, and realized he's an hour and 45 minutes north of us. And they still had 6-foot snowbanks up there.
Jeez.
So we went up, got his truck, and Derek and his girlfriend and my other boys, they all drove that truck down. And actually, John flew in from Florida this morning, picked his truck up, and he headed back down to Okeechobee.
Oh, wow.
I might have to, after talking this morning, I might have to fly down to Okeechobee here in the next week or so. He's getting ready to come back up north, and he's getting ready to give up his one hunting lease, and I want to go hog hunting. So he told me I've got about 3 weeks open invitation left. So we might be heading back down to Florida for a weekend.
You need to head down there and go do some fishing down there. Around Lake Okeechobee down there. Dude, that's some good fishing.
Well, we're going to do a fishing tomorrow, and we'll do a little charter.
Are y'all going offshore or inshore?
Offshore.
I think we're going offshore.
Offshore?
I'm not sure. I don't know how.
Going out Murrell's Inlet?
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to like it, but I'm going to do it, and hopefully everything works out.
I got some stuff for you in there if you need it.
I might. I'm just not sure. I've been out in the ocean like that once in a cruise ship, and I was fine with that, but
it's different.
I'm not sure if I'm going to like
a cruise ship.
I'm not sure if I'm going to like this 40-footer that we're going to be on.
Those are fun though.
Hopefully it's not rough.
Well, let me tell you something. 40-foot, it's a big boat, but me and Sterling used to go out, and his he had a 21 or 22-foot center console, single engine. We took it out about 60 miles one day.
Whew.
Let me tell you something. You don't turn the motor off.
Well, I can promise you, I would not have been on that.
You don't want to hope it starts back up. But we're looking at that one motor. We're out there fishing, and everything's good, but
yeah, I wouldn't have been on it. Wherever we docked, that's where I would have been when you got back.
Dude, it was so funny. I was with Sterling today actually, and we went out there. It was slick as glass. I mean, just slick all the way. Ocean. It looked like a lake, just how slick it was. got right out there. It took us about an hour to get out there. We were running about 60 miles an hour. It took us about an hour to get out there. Well, as we were sitting there over a reef and we're catching fish, we just noticed. I mean, you obviously noticed the boat start moving a little more, and all of a sudden we're getting like they were far apart, which is the best thing you can ask for is swells being far apart. They time them, but they were like 15 to 20 foot swells.
Yeah.
And it was just like it was like going up a mountain. Just,
Yeah.
and so we go to come back. Well, they were coming head on into us. It took us like 6 hours to get back. It was terrible.
Yeah, I would not have been on that boat.
Bring
Not a
extra
chance.
gas?
Not a chance.
What?
Bring extra gas?
No. Fortunately, we left a little early. We waited. It still showed about 3/4 of a tank in it, and we were like, we probably should start heading back. And by the time we got back, it was
About empty.
getting pretty close. 100-gallon fuel tank, and we used it all.
Yeah, I'll stick to the race cars. Race cars.
It's all fun. It's all fun. So, first time you been back to the beach since you got married, isn't it?
Yeah, we haven't been.
They were-
Well, we
they
went to
to
Florida.
You went to Florida. I'm talking Myrtle Beach.
Yeah,
I'm talking
no,
Myrtle Beach.
yeah. Since
Ish.
that's
Together, at least.
yeah. Well, I came down alone.
Oh, you did?
I had to come back and pick our. We came down.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We raced, but we weren't at the beach. So yeah, this is the first time we've been back since we got married.
Nice.
This is our anniversary, right? A little early.
I fix that. You're a little
Little
early.
early.
You're a little few months early.
Better than being late, right? Better than being late.
As long as you got a nice gift, I guess.
Yeah. And me, she's got me. You know what I mean?
Oh, jeez. I said a nice gift. So, Lakeview, this past Saturday night, you went over there and put a whooping on them. I do have to throw out there real quick. I was asking them about it when they come in here. Our good friends, we were over at Florence Motor Speedway. I was helping our friend Andrew Gears and
Yep.
PJL Motorsports over there. Paisley and Jack Lawson over there. They were driving the bandos over there, so I was over there doing some spotting for them. But Steve Zacharias and the gang that own Florence Motor Speedway, you know, we've talked about it on here before. They started up the Ultra Racing Association and have ultra broadcasting and everything. And this was the first race for that at Lakeview. And I saw some of the behind the scenes stuff and saw some of the broadcast from Lakeview, and just like all the rest of them, it was top notch. So I know people want to gripe about, cost of broadcast and stuff, but if you want to watch it, there it is. I mean, if you can't make it to track, there it is at least. But it looked like they did a good job. I know Scott Tripp and the gang over at Lakeview, they always run a pretty tight ship over there.
For sure.
He's done a lot for that track over there. So I know we had talked. They had put on social media and stuff. They had put some new dirt down on it. So what's your thoughts about the at least the new dirt on it? You know, look like going in the right direction.
Yeah,
Or a
100.
good direction at least.
100%, like he said earlier too. We came in after the feature and the tire looked like it wasn't even touched, and that's huge, especially there. Knowing that place, you know, usually you go out and run a 20 to 30 lap feature, and your whole right rear tire's, you know, just about gone. So with the new clay, and obviously they just posted about it raining before the race on Friday and Saturday. So they definitely were dealt a tough hand, especially with putting all that, you know, new dirt on there, and you know, knowing it's going to be tricky to get a hold of it, you know, without the rain happening.
Yeah.
So Timmy did his best at what he could do, and obviously it got a little rough there throughout the night. But you had almost 30 late models, and I think want to say 20 to 25 modified. So you had a lot of cars out there, and you know, for the turnout and you know how many cars were on that racetrack all night long. I feel like it held up pretty well, and I think he'll continue to get a grip with it and just get better and better.
Looked like overall was a pretty good crowd over there for tonight.
Yeah, they had a really good turnout, and like you said, especially with the TV broadcasting. I'm sure that, you know, they had, you know, however many more people watching it on TV. Right. And I saw them make a post on social media too, I think earlier today, about you know, some of the guys in the broadcast van there, and it looked like a pretty cool cool gig they had going there, and it looked really professional.
Alan Dietz was the man of the day. He's been announcing at Lakeview for years and years, along with a lot of other things. And but now he is also the announcer at Florence Motor Speedway. So he announced at Florence Motor Speedway. We got done, and he left and hauled tail over there, and I think made it about time for the features to start. So he was definitely getting it done over there. So tell us about your day overall, though. Tell us, how it started off, how your weekend started off, how the car feel, all that fun stuff.
At Lakeview.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is our personal car. Last time we were down there, we were with John Mack and the Miracle Motorsports car. And same type of deal. We were trying some new stuff last time we were down there, and definitely struggled a little bit. We blew up our motor the first night, so just kind of got behind the 8 ball. But this time we came down here with our own car, and we got back to our base where we needed to be, and felt comfortable again, which was good. And I know there wasn't a lot of cars down here this weekend, and obviously we were coming down here on vacation, so figured we'd bring the car down. But
Get some gas money to get back.
yeah, right. It helps.
Come whoop up on them and get some gas money.
and I know Scott's trying to do all he can to build that class. From him being up, from the Northeast.
Right.
He wants to see those cars and see a growing division, down here in the South. So to be able to come down here and support him and try to bring some exposure to it is definitely cool to see. So, and to be able to come down here and win is always even better.
Oh yeah, I think he's heading in the right direction with that class. I've always liked that class, especially when they've brought it down here. It was always special events, and I went over there with y'all a few times, and hung out, and it always put on a good race over there for the most part. So the modifieds I think he's going in the right direction with it. Obviously, I think to me, you got to stick with it a few years. You can't just, and I think he will, obviously. He's kind of committed to it. So guys around here, if you want a fun class, cool class to race on dirt, that's considered sportsman.
Northeast Sportsman Modified.
Northeast Sportsman Modified, I think is name he's put on the class. And in all actuality, I've looked at some of the cars. Obviously, race cars expensive. Overall, race cars expensive. But Senior, you can tell us a little bit more about it. It doesn't seem quite as much of a daunting task as far as your wallet as say like a late model or like a super late model, obviously.
Yeah, no. With our cars, the initial cost if you're buy a brand new race car, I'd say other than motor, we're pretty in line with the late model.
Right.
But then you get the crate motor, it's a lot cheaper. So the initial cost, I think you're going to be right around the same price as say a crate late.
Yeah.
But the maintaining and racing it, I think it makes it more fun because you don't have to worry about the $20,000 in shocks. We've got 4 shocks in the car. They've got a steel body rule, so you've got a $250 shock on it. Tires, you're not burning off 3 tires a night. They're not aero dependent. You don't get that, aero tightness, aero push. You don't need a shock guy and a tire guy and an engineer.
That's right.
And right now I think Scott's got 10 to 12 cars, local guys, and that went up. It's only been a year.
Right.
They went from like 1 or 2 guys to almost 12 guys. And like you said, if he sticks with it for a few years, I think they're going to end up with, at least 15 cars weekly. And I think once you get that, then you'll start getting more.
That's right.
This is late model country down here in the Carolinas, but late model price has gone through the roof. And not, in my opinion, not only the price, the engineering you need behind you to be fast.
That's a big thing.
No one wants to come race for 10th, especially when you work just as hard as the guy that's winning. But if you can't, it's one of those things. If you don't have the money to have the engineering behind you with a late model right now, it doesn't matter how good of a driver you are. If you can't unload out of the trailer and be one of the fast guys, you're not going to win.
That's right.
It's just what it is, and that takes a lot of fun out of it for guys. It's not fun to go somewhere and know that no matter what you do in the driver's seat, you're not going to win a race.
Yeah. So, and I feel you on that because I've thought the same thing. I don't know. I kind of correlate our ride over there to somewhat like y'all are doing with the sportsman division. Yeah, our problem is we got, in my opinion, I run what they consider a late model stock motor. But you can run late model stock, you can run 604, you can run 602. It's just all different carburetor weight rules you got to put on it. I feel like we need to simplify that a little bit. I personally would love to see, it would hurt me because I'd have to get on a motor, but it would not bother me to see if our class had to run a 602. Just straight 602, be done. But yeah, I'm with you on shocks. That's our biggest problem right now. Like, it's nothing for even that car. Have a $1,200 set of shocks on it, $1,500, and those are typically used that we're getting from, say, Cars Tour guys or late model stock guys that have moved on to something else, and we're getting secondhand technology. I'm like, hey, I ain't not necessarily saying we need a steel body. Steel body wouldn't hurt my feelings, but let's get one shock here and
for sure,
stick on it.
And another big thing is the tuning of the shock. Yeah, if with the late model if the shock was $500, that's still too much in my opinion. But if that's all you had to worry about, but now need a guy, if you can't do it, that can tune it. And throughout the night, there's a lot of tuning you can do to make that car better. Yeah. So that's a whole nother job. So if you're a small team and you can't afford a shock guy and you got to try to do it yourself, it's like anything. If you have someone that's getting paid to do a job, they're going to know more. So if there's a opportunity to get speed with a race car, the big teams are going to get speed. They're going to pay for it, and it hurts the guys that are going to keep the class going.
That is right.
And car counts drop.
100%. 100%. Well, before we get too far in this, we got a lot more to talk about. Let's go get a word from. Go ahead and get out of the way a word from our sponsors here.
Chicken Bone Alley is brought to you by SRI Performance. They are your one-stop shop for all things racing. Do you need performance parts? Look no further. They offer a wide range of high-performance parts for various types of racing, including stock car racing, dirt racing, and more. SRI Performance also has the most knowledgeable employees in the industry. If you're looking for that hard-to-find part, they've got it. And if you're wondering how to make it work on your car, they know it. Check them out online at www.sriperformance.com. And when you do, don't forget to use the promo code CBONE10. That's C as in chicken, BONE10, and get 10% off at checkout. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum is a full-line steel service center stocking thousands of sizes, shapes, grades, and types of metals and plastic. If you need it, they have it. And if not, they work fast to find what you need and get it to you. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum also has the ability to cut orders to your specifications as requested. Their dedicated team not only brings many years of experience to the table, but they are always ready and willing to lend a hand with anything you may need. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Your material needs are covered here.
All right. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank our good friends over at Earl Ramey Racing Engines for supplying all the big horsepower that he can.
Big Smoke.
Yeah.
Derek Jr., you can talk about it a little bit while you're right here. You've been racing some of Earl's motors for quite a few years now. Tell us a little bit about the service and power you've received.
No, it's been top notch since day one. Being able to go there and use the chassis dyno and know that the motors are 100% but legal. It's definitely a good feeling to know that you can roll out and know you have a stout piece under the hood, and you're not going to be lacking in the engine department. And just to be able to work with Earl, the relationship we have now is pretty important, and we have a really, really good relationship together, and it's nice to be able to just work with Earl and come down and stay at his house and go on his boat, and the relationship we have with Katie. Earl's like another dad to me too, and it's just like I said, you can't beat it.
For sure. So go get your your piece from Earl Ramey Racing Engines today. Head over, tell them we sent you. Get, like you said, get some time on that chassis dyno, because you will find a lot of things that can make some power under the hood. Also, one of those things is, I promise you, is going to be get you a set of Profab headers and exhausts. Profab headers and exhausts, they are quality that wins, and I think you've had quite a few sets of those yourself.
Yeah, we've had a few on our late model when we had it. And Profab sponsored us when we were running the big block stuff with a set of their headers, and they said, the quality and performance that they provide is, you can't beat it. Like I said, they're in all industries of motorsports, NASCAR, the Cup Series. So you look at that and compared to the other guys, and kind of just explains it right there.
And Senior, I know you've been around it a long time, and just tell us a little bit about the quality you've seen compared to others.
Yeah, for sure. I've been around for a while, and I've raced with junk on there for headers. But the Profab stuff,
fence post out there,
and there's a lot of companies out there that build a decent product. But when it comes to exhaust, and it doesn't matter that I know the guy at Profab or not, I've been to the shop. And I've been to a couple header shops that build decent headers. Yeah. But if you're looking for the best and your series allows you to run them, whether you like Andrew or the crew, you could dislike the people, but the product that they put out is second to none. Right. Their facility, the material they use, they build, they make, the engineering. There's no guessing. There's no second guessing, or maybe this will work. When the product goes to market, it's 110% ready to go, and it's the best there is. And I didn't know that till I went there, and it was like, wow, this isn't even close, And I've been to other places that build decent stuff, but it's not that. And there's not a header company out there that could argue that point. At all. That you can get on dyno and they could say they make this number and that number, but at the end of the day, Profab makes the best product for exhaust there is. And I don't think anybody could change my mind on that. They make the best. And
100%. I was there one day, and Andy's kind of the last line there. He's got to sell these things. He's got to talk to the customer all the time. And there was a set that come out. Guys got done with it, and I'm looking at him like, man, it's a good looking set of headers. I'm like, dude, those are awesome. And he's like, I don't like it. And I'm like, what don't you like? He's like, it's just something I don't like. Hand it back to him, told him to tear it apart and redo them. Yeah. And I was like, that's quality control there. I mean,
yeah, for us right now with our 602 stuff, Andy called me up a couple months back, and he's like, I'm going to try to get approval to build a set of headers for 602 curves by us. Is it worth them investing the time and money to sell a header for a certain amount? Probably not. I don't know if they've got approval yet. But I can't wait for the day they do get approved to build Dirt Northeast stuff. And it's just a matter of if they want to put in time, I guess. But I can promise you the day Andy calls me and says, we've been approved, however long it takes for that set of headers to get to our front door, and if I have to drive down here, which I will, we're going to have them on all of our cars. There's no doubt that if it's legal, we won't have anything but Profabs on our stuff.
Always, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, like I said, y'all head over to Profab Headers and Exhaust, and they will get you hooked up. And tell them we sent you. But with that being said,
hold on a second, Dave. I can't hear nothing for a minute.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, Dave.
Anyway, we're about to go to it. We're going to hold on for 1 minute here. But anyway, so I'll make sure all that's turned on for him. So real quick, we talked a little bit about, how you got, so as far as race day, when you took the car out, how'd it feel?
I felt pretty good right out of the gate. All we really had to do was make one small change, and felt like we were back to where we were at the end of last year when we were consistently running inside the top 3 at almost every race. So that was nice to know that we're back to where we were, and especially here this early on in the season, to be able to go in with confidence and know that we can start the year off just like we finished it last year. And like I said, we were able to show that this past weekend, and just gotta continue it throughout this season and be consistent. Every week, we're gonna be racing 3 nights a week this year, so it's gonna be a long season, and sometimes 4 nights a week when there's series races during the weekdays. So consistency is gonna be key, and if we know that we have a good consistent a piece, and I know we do, and I'm confident in it.
Oh, yeah.
So that was just, like I said, nice to be able to know we're back to where we need to be.
So race time come around. Tell us a little bit about it, though. I mean, just as far as your approach to the race over there. I mean, it's just same old. Just go out there and get it done and bust tail from green flag to checker.
Yeah. Like I said, a lot of their guys down there obviously, are still learning. That's all new to them. And, when we go down there, like you said, we know that, we're one of the faster cars. So,
Oh, yeah.
time trialing,
Got a right to be. Been doing it a long time.
Time trialing, obviously, on the pole. And then the redraw they had there, they were rolling a dice for an invert, and I rolled a 1. So
Still start on front row.
on pole, and at that point, really, I was confident that we were going to be able to go out there and win as long as the car stayed together, and it did. Obviously, the track ripped up there a little bit, so just trying to maneuver around the holes and not beat the car up during the race was a little bit tricky. But other than that, I felt pretty confident that we were going to be able to go out there and do what we did.
Sweet, man. Sweet. Well, let's get back to it here in a minute. But right now, we're going to go to our good friend, Racing Jason. Jason, I'd like to introduce you to my good friends. I'd like to introduce you to my good friends, Derek McGrew Jr. and Derek McGrew Sr.
What's up, buddy? Good. How you doing, buddy?
He just went and whooped up on them in the modified over at Lakeview this past weekend. So they were down from New York, always got to get them to stop by when they come down.
They ran the big block on Sportsman.
The Sportsman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all won.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Whooped them.
Where you guys from? Where y'all from?
Upstate New York.
Upstate New York.
Yeah. You know where Albany is?
Yes.
30 minutes north of Albany, Saratoga Springs.
Wow, y'all
Yeah.
way up there. Aren't you?
Yeah.
Did you look that up on Google Maps?
No, actually, that's from McCready's from that area
Yeah.
too. Okay. What's going on, Dave?
Uncle Timmy over there.
Uncle Timmy. Yeah, there you go, Uncle Timmy.
Nothing, man. See, you just walk off. It's what he does. Just walks off.
I'm here, man. I'm here.
What's up, man? Well, I am wonderful. I am wonderful. So it is a Monday. I actually didn't work today. I had to go to a funeral today. Unfortunately, I do have to say real quick before we get. I hadn't mentioned it yet, but I do want to keep sponsor of our Sterling. Obviously, is part owner of Palmetto Machine and Fabrication, and they've sponsored my race car since I've had one. And one of the co-owners of Palmetto Machine and Fabrication, Kerry Keith, he passed away Friday. So I do want everybody to remember his family in their prayers. He had a kind of a short stint battle with some cancer, and it just took a turn on him there. And looked like we lost Jason for a second, but took a turn on him there, and so hopefully, his family can grieve the way they need to, and but they're in our thoughts and prayers for sure. So we'll wait for Jason to get back on here real quick. He should be popping back in. There he comes. Any second. There he is.
I'm sorry, man. My doggone phone was ringing, man. I'm sorry.
You good? You good to go?
I was trying to hang it up.
You
Well,
were
I'm
good to
sorry.
go.
Who passed away, Dave? I'm sorry, bro.
It was my buddy that started this podcast with me, Sterling. Is his Sterling is co-owner of Palmetto Machine and Fabrication, and this was one of the other owners. He passed away. He had been.
Oh, man.
He's one who started the business with Sterling's dad, actually. So
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Dave.
yeah. So praying for his family over there. So, so what you been up to, man?
Swainsboro.
Swainsboro.
That's all you can say, man.
With your Coltman Farm hat on there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me tell you, that place is a gym, bro. It's a hidden gym in the South. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah, man, it definitely is.
I never seen a dirt track like that, like a regular. No, I'm talking about like a big bit dirt track, like Charlotte or Eldora. They got a shuttle, man. You can take you from the parking lot to the track. How cool is that?
You utilized that, didn't you?
No, man, I got there early. I parked inside, man. Shoot, I was good, man. Shoot, I got there I was there noon both days. Come on, man.
There you go. Oh, fun! I saw they had a cluster down there one time.
Oh, yeah, Tristan. Yeah, hit that uke. Remember we talked about it a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Let me ask you McGrew guys. Let me ask you guys this question. Do y'all prefer uke tires or y'all prefer the inside wall?
Wall, no tires. You can bounce off a wall and keep going. You
Yeah,
hit a
uke tire
tire
will just
and you're
take you
done. They cost a lot of money. We run.
Yes.
You got to remember, we run open wheel cars. So when you catch a uke tire with your left front with a straight axle, you're parked.
Done.
With a Jersey barrier or wall, you scuff the wall, you bounce off. Maybe you get a flat tire, but you keep going, and it doesn't cost thousands of dollars.
I agree, man. I do. I agree. Them tractor tires, they might move, but man, it takes a lot to move them, and you will tear stuff up. It's like
And
you
we
said.
got the big ones up north. We don't have those little ones that I see at some tracks down here. We got those
we got those
big
big
ones. When you hit them, they do not move.
See, I'm just like, if you want to put tires in, just put a car tire there. You can still see it. It'll move though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
some of those they'll like. I've been in tracks where they bury the tire halfway.
Half of it's up.
So when you get with our cars, when you get in the corner and the car rolls
front will
over,
carry over
and the
top.
tire kind of bounces over them, it'll mess you up a little bit, but it doesn't wreck your car. But those uke tires, you hit them, you're done.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah. But other than that, man, that was really the biggest incident we had this week, really. Down there. But that place is a gym, Dave. You got to get to Swainsboro.
There goes Swainsboro.
How far is that?
You got to go to Swainsboro.
How
Georgia?
far is it from you?
Is that
2.5.
2.5, so about 4 from me.
Is that Georgia?
Because you're about an hour and a half from me. Yeah.
Yeah, Georgia, down there by Augusta.
Yeah.
Man, that place is awesome, man. I'm not kidding you, man. Oh, God, that place. Man, Pierce put on the show. Pierce was the show Saturday.
As
He
always.
started like 8th on the redraw. Or maybe, I'm sorry, he didn't make I think 10th. And, I mean, he came up through the doggone field. I mean, he ripped
That
the
were
lip
ran
the
on?
whole time, bro. He won that finished third Saturday. That was Saturday night. Of course, he won Friday night. And he finished third Saturday night.
Who won
But
Saturday
he
night?
ripped the lip the entire time.
Who won over there Saturday night?
Gustin,
Yeah.
Oh,
Gone.
Dustin.
That's right.
later. See you.
See ya.
Check.
He's been fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's. I think this is. This might be. I'm not gonna say his year, but it's gonna be
Yeah.
a good shining year for Gustin.
Is he back in? What was he in a Rocket or Longhorn? Or is he still?
Was he
in,
Infinity.
Is he still in
Yeah,
the
he's
Infinity?
Infinity now.
Infinity.
Still?
I know there's some haters out there, but and you just said that it might be his year. Well, I think it's if you look at how the last year was and ended and has started, it's still Ricky Thornton's still running.
Oh, yes.
Ricky
Yes, yes,
Thornton
yes.
is still running everything.
No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying. I think Gustin's kind of been that guy that like here and there.
Yeah,
was
for
good,
sure.
And it seems like he's coming on and being a little more consistent
Yeah.
with it, at least.
I'm a Ricky fan. We met him at the Dome. We were down there helping Bob Gardner.
Yeah.
And he pitted next to us, and I never knew him before that. But after meeting him, I like him. So I like watching him put a show. He puts on a show, and he doesn't take any. It doesn't matter if it's dry, slick, hard, rough, outside, bottom. He's just a racer, man. It don't matter if it's late model, modified, street stock,
That's right.
Micro.
micro. He's a racer, and that's what he's like, a Kyle Larson without the NASCAR.
Well, speaking of, before we go too far, I saw he made the announcement, went exactly where I thought he was going, back to Lucas.
Yes. So I was kind of let me tell you this. I'll tell you this. So I get to the track Friday. I said, well, I put the video up on these. So let me go see who all's here, who ain't here, who should be here, and all that good stuff. And I walked down there and I said, wow, T-Mac. Okay, Outlaws. Hello. So first person I saw was Drake Troutman. He was sitting at the concession stand table right there. And I said, oh, Mr. Track record holder. You were smart coming here. And I told you Lancaster, you should come here. So, and of course, you know, he sat on a pole. Was it Friday night? Sat on a pole. Yeah. So good for Troutman. Good for T-Mac.
Good for them, for sure. All right, so I guess since we're talking about it, and I know you got a pile of notes sitting there waiting to go, but with who went where, what's your thoughts on, like you just said, what's your thoughts on all that? Was it what you expected? Did it kind of some things change in who was running which series, or what's your thoughts on it?
T-Mac surprised me with choosing the Outlaws, but you know, good for him. Great, fantastic. That's awesome. But RTJ with Lucas, I can see that.
Yeah.
But as a race fan, we're greedy. We wanted to see Pearson and RTJ every week, but
Oh yes,
that is what that is. So you're gonna have Moran, JD, and RTJ battling it out on Lucas. So that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be
we're
good.
gonna have Longhorn on Longhorn on Longhorn.
Oh, you're gonna have Longhorn for days. Come on, man.
Well,
I wrote down the top 10 on every night, man. They're all horns.
I want to know how long is it going to take for RTJ and that 49 to be the good and evil right there.
That's what I was going to say. How long before they go? I know they're both heavy on Longhorn, but when are they going to go head to head?
Because it's going to happen. Because Ricky Thornton, he expects to win every race he's in, and so does that 49. But Davenport don't. It seems, in my opinion, he seems to get a little bit more moody when he's not winning.
Well,
so I think there'd be a clash of attitudes there, where one's like, "Well, too bad the track got rough. You got in the way. I had to move you."
Yeah.
Well, I think all drivers are moody when they don't win. Okay, that's just not. Yeah, all drivers are moody. It's the car. It's the tires. It won't take long for RTJ and JD to start throwing elbows. Remember last year, Golden Miles?
Golden Miles.
The nudge were heard around the world.
We were there.
It won't be long.
We were there, and we were racing our late model. I was standing right there, and I think that was the day for me that I stopped being as big of a Davenport fan, because I watched it happen, and I watched Davenport do it to him. But then Ricky did it and didn't even do it as bad. But he didn't
got
take
the best of him though.
He didn't take anything. He said, "You're going to give it to me. I'm going to give back," and he didn't like that. So,
but I tell all guys this. I tell all drivers, race like you want to be raced. If that's what
Exactly.
you want to race them like that. Hey, it's like I said, RTJ last year. What race was that? A Port Royal or somebody? He nudged somebody up. I think it was Albers. Nudge him out of the way. Well, it's going to come back to you. It's going to happen. You race like you want to be raced. That's where you want to race. Okay, there you go.
exactly. But don't cry about it when it comes back.
That's right. Don't be start crying. All right, now if he gets him back, now we're even. Now we can start all over again.
And that's what it is. Okay, we're even. Let's reset. Let's get back after it.
There you go. That's it. That's race like you want to be raced. And hey.
That's right. Real quick.
All right, ask me, Dave, what you want to know, bro?
I don't know. I want to know what went on this weekend. I want you to tell us all about it.
I mean, it was absolutely fantastic, man. Doggone. Okay, I'll go to Friday night. Okay, goes. Look at your podium. Pierce, Gustin, and Troutman. All right. Look at it. Hedgecock had a great car Friday night. Will Hamilton had a great car Friday night. Hawkman had a good car both nights. I love seeing guys, especially the local guys down there, when they're on the podium. It just makes the whole atmosphere that much better. Speaking of atmosphere, let me say this real quick, Dave. I met a guy there last time I was there for the Ray Cook Spring Nationals, and met him again this weekend. And man, Zach, they just brought me in like family, man. That just made me feel, because I go to race by myself.
Oh, yeah.
But I just had somebody to hang out with. That was just awesome. So Zach, shout out to you, bro. Appreciate everything. The hospitality. But yeah, get back to the race, man. Yeah, just when local guys up there throwing elbows and just really sending it in there, it just makes it much better. And hear the crowd say "Will," or or like Saturday Night Winger. I love it. It makes me wow. Sign me up. Let's go.
There you go. There you go. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So tell us any of the dirt that you got on anybody down there. What's new this week?
Nothing
too much?
really happening, bro. New shirts came out.
No. Oh, Cody.
New shirts came
Junior,
out.
that's Junior's favorite driver.
Who's favorite driver?
That's Junior's favorite driver over here, Cody.
Ain't he awesome, bro? Cody O is just a show. I'm sorry, he's
definitely a show. He's
definitely
Yeah,
he is the
he's
show.
a show
He's a show.
on
He
and
is
off
the
the
show.
racetrack.
Yeah, he is the show, bro. God, I
I
love
was
him.
telling him the other week, I was like, y'all remember that weekend he drove Earl's car?
Yeah, out of
were there,
control.
weren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought you were.
that Charlotte.
Yeah, we were at Charlotte.
Yep.
Oh, you were telling me about that. You were telling me about that.
Because he's still with
Yeah, they got
Parker's,
married. They got
Christ.
married.
Do what?
He's still- yeah.
They're engaged.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm looking at her like, well, how the heck did you guys get together? And he was wild, man. I'm like, who, Earl? He's out of control,
He was all
But-
over the place.
Yeah,
that
he
day.
was.
He's awesome, man.
That,
so
that
I was
the day
standing there.
That was the day that Brandon jumped in the sprint car. The
Yeah,
410.
yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
remember that?
we laughed at him so much he was sitting in the sprint car shaking. I was like, I thought you were a race car driver.
See, that just gives you that idea how fast those things are. And Brandon is shaking. Wow. Yeah.
He literally was. He was trying to grab the belts and his hands just.
No. I can only imagine. Oh, I can only imagine.
No, Cody was wide open that day though.
He sure was.
Woo.
He had fun for sure.
Yeah.
So it was so funny. I was standing there Friday night. Anna said, "I'll be right back. Don't move." Excel? I said, "Yeah." Come back. I said, "Oh wow, damn, thank you, Anna." Gave her a big old hug and everything. That was awesome, man. That was awesome. But that's really. I mean, there's no really other surprises except the local guys they really did good at Sonoya this weekend. Look at Big Juice had 2 top 10s both nights, man. Will Harrington had a top 5.
Will.
Will stole my koozie, by the way. He wanted my koozie, so I gave him the Racing Jason koozie. Okay, shout out, Will. But yeah,
That's
so
another
ask us the question, man. What you want to know, bro?
I don't know. I guess we also had some Lucas Oil Racing this weekend too, right?
Yeah, the Moran, RTJ, JD for
That's what it
25,000
was.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Racing.
Yep.
Let's see. That's a Longhorn. Infinity. Marlar, Infinity.
Longhorn. Well, never mind. I ain't going into that.
Yeah. All Longhorns. Everything
gonna call
Longhorn. Everything Longhorn.
We call that the Infinihorn.
yeah.
I'm making somebody mad. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, don't do that. Please don't make nobody mad. Please, Lord.
Hey, I'm gonna blame it on you. You're on here right now.
Okay, well there you go. Everybody, I get my meaning away. So, how about this? How about downtown Michael Brown, good friend of the show, good friend of ours, was at Lakeview Saturday night.
He won them both.
I'm sorry.
He won the modifieds and the late model, didn't he?
No, I didn't.
No, he finished 4th in Blue Ridge. He finished 4th
Oh,
in
I
Blue
thought
Ridge.
he won it. I thought he won that one.
So I said, let me tell you this, Dave. So when I saw that Saturday night, I said, oh my goodness gracious, I cannot wait to text him. So I texted Drew yesterday. I said, Lakeview, Blue Ridge, what's up with that? Brian Ayers called him Friday night, said, hey man, will you drive my car tomorrow night at Lakeview? He said, sure, Blue Ridge and everything. 26 showed up. How about that? So Michael
for you.
Brown, bro, ripped the lip. Both, all 20 laps? I think it was 25 laps? I can't remember.
I think they ran
Right,
25.
25. I'm pretty sure.
I think they ran 25.
And was on the top side the whole time. Started 10th, finished 4th. Wow.
Broadcasted on Ultra Broadcasting.
Oh, there you go. I was at a race, man. I was at a race. So.
I just had to throw it in there.
better.
Good friends of mine.
Yeah.
We're not on there by no means, but they're friends of ours.
Oh yeah, good friend of the show, good friend of ours. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
I seen our buddy J Mac Jameson McBride rolled it over there.
Oh, that's the car. He was in that car.
Yeah.
I had a couple guys roll, but
I was fixing to say, our
I
other
don't-
buddy, he's been on the show, Andrew Register, and Street Stock rolled
Yeah.
his over there and
Well-
still finished the race.
I don't, that top, the berm is like a wall, which I think it's good now because not a guardrail, it's dirt.
Yeah.
So when you hit it, you're not destroying your race car. But I don't know how he ended up there.
Throttle hung.
Okay, because I just seen the aftermath. And I said, how did he get there?
The throttle hung, and when it caught the dirt, it literally took the front clip and rolled it under the car.
Well, I know with the street
Wow.
stock, he hit it sideways. When he hit it, it just flipped him over.
Yeah, he rolled it
Wow.
up. They rolled it back down, and he kept going.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I didn't see it. There's a lot of racetrack to get that high.
We were over there one day at just a practice day beforehand, before they put all that up there, before they had a wall or
Yep.
anything in turn one, but they had built
Yeah.
banking
Yeah.
up there. Them little guys in the I don't know what they call them, the little 4-cylinder
U-car?
No, not U-car.
SCDRAs?
SCDRA. That's it.
Okay.
They got out there, and there was so many. There was probably 20 of them there on the practice day,
Those
and I think they
Bang
were,
bangers.
Yeah, that's exactly
Bang
what I'm.
bang.
That's
There you
exactly what I'm
go.
thinking
There you
about
go.
every time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about every time. I was like, y'all just need to name it that. But I don't know. I was in the pits, but I wouldn't know they were them. I'm pretty sure these dudes went up and got up money because they got out there and practiced and looked like they had a race going on. Well, by the time the dude went down in turn one, and somebody just pushed him way up, and he went to go over the edge, and when it went over the edge, it just goes, ka-dum, 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 and roll about 3 times down the hill, and all of a sudden you hear it fire back up, and he goes pulling around. It was so funny.
Wow, that's what you call sending it and digging it.
Dude, he was ready to go.
For sure.
Ready
Wow.
to go. So,
Wow.
what else you got?
Just Swainsboro's awesome, and well, this
He likes
weekend,
Swainsboro.
this Swainsboro. This
Swainsboro.
weekend we got Hunt the Front. Why not? Tempting and going. If I get a buddy of mine that lives right there by Augusta, he said, "Man, get in my house about 10 o'clock Saturday morning, man. We'll go."
And you said, why not?
I don't. No, I don't know. I think about that one, man. I don't know.
Why
But
not,
yeah,
though?
why not? It's a great track. It's just I've been on the road 3 weekends in a row now. But we got Hunt the Front of Why Not this weekend, 2-night show. Spring Nationals at Buckshot on Friday, East Alabama on Saturday. Mars is at, huh?
No, go ahead.
Mars is at, I'm going to butcher this word, bro. I promise I'm going to butcher it. Michael Coqueta? Marco Queta?
I've seen that. I've never tried to pronounce it.
Me either. First time ever.
Is it that isn't Maniqua, is it?
No,
No,
that's Shannon Babb. No, it's not. The Monique.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
that's what
that's-
I'm thinking.
This
whatever.
is in Iowa.
Midwest.
Mark, I'm a butcher it, man. I can't. I'm not even gonna go there.
Somewhere in Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Out
there. Yeah, there's a
Out
Casey's
there.
General Store right down the street. Okay, I
We
promise.
call that the Midwest.
Well,
So what's on your radar this weekend? What you watching? What I know you just talked about all them, but which one you watching?
oh, Mars, Spring Nationals, and I guess Hunt the Front. I guess I'm gonna have 2 TVs going.
There you go.
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna stay home this weekend because my next big one. We're gonna do the World of Outlaws at Talladega.
Talladega.
You got to get him up north, do a 3-day weekend up there
I
in
need to
New
go over there
York.
and do that.
Oh man, I was Lucas Oil, Port Georgetown, and Hagerstown. God, sign me up. I love to go. God, I love
No,
that's not
I'm
north.
talking about north, up there where we're from, up there in modified country, up there north of Albany.
okay. Oh, Saratoga.
Yeah,
All them guys.
we got all
them
these
tracks up there.
we got all these friends down south. We come down here. We drive down here like it's next door. We're down here so much.
We
but
don't have
can't-
big enough jackets to
but
go
we
there,
can't-
even in summertime.
You know, we can't get any of you guys to head north of the Mason-Dixon line. We tell you, oh yeah, and you guys don't come
you
up.
need like a passport to go beyond that.
You
don't
know, and I'm telling you, last year Lakeview was almost like our home track. We were there so much. And that's 12, 13 hours every weekend. We're just coming down to race.
That's because you
Y'all
just
come
like to
down. Y'all
drive.
come down that far every weekend just to race.
He likes to drive
I
more
don't
than anybody
like-
I know.
I do not
More
like to
than
drive.
Anybody I know. I'll wake up one morning and I see where he's posted. If anybody needs anything, I'm heading south. 5 hours later, and it says it takes that long. 5 hours later, he's passing the South Carolina North Carolina border somehow, and I'm like, how'd you get there that fast?
You know, we're a father-son race team with not a lot of sponsors. So if someone needs something moved and we're not racing and I'm not working, if you need something moved, I'm moving it. Here, I got a truck, I got a trailer. If I can make race car money, I'm on the road.
As long as you can keep axles under the
Yeah,
thing.
you know, and when we get wherever we're going, if I can load back up with something else and make money on the way home, you know, if I leave on a Monday morning, go to Canada, come home, leave on Tuesday, head to South Carolina, whatever we got to do, just get it done.
That is that's insane.
See, that's what I said.
Last weekend, I left Wednesday. We drove to Niagara Falls, Canada, 5 hours each way. I drove up 5, back 5.
That's 5 hours from y'all.
5 hours from us.
It looks like it's right there.
It's
on the
not.
map.
It's 5 hours, and so by the time we were done, gas by 11 hours. Got home and jumped in the truck, heading down here.
Jeez.
And we're here for the week. We found out yesterday. We ran Lakeview. We got back. Derek says, "Hey, Dad, my buddy called me and wanted to know if I could go run his UMP." I was like, "Well, when?" He says, "Saturday, maybe Friday too." So my wife, you know, when we came down here, we were going to race and
live
have
studio
yeah,
audience
she's
over
here, and we plan on having the week doing spring break with the kids. I got all my boys down here. My wife, and our plan was to do spring break like we did last year, and head home Friday when we check out, so she could be home for Sunday to visit her sister who's coming in from out of town. Well, after getting the news that we might have a car to race in Kentucky, I think we're gonna be leaving the condo maybe Thursday night, driving to Kentucky 8 hours the wrong way to race.
It's not completely the wrong
to
way.
race Friday and Saturday, and then drive back home late Saturday night to get home sometime Sunday night. So
Wow.
we had a little change of plans for the week.
JB.
Who's modified you racing in what track?
Oh, you're flying home.
Actually, funny story. I met this kid off iRacing probably 3 years ago, and we built a relationship, over the years, and we've talked about it a bunch of times, and really never had the right time to make it happen. And this time it seems promising. He called me up and said that we're probably gonna race the I-75 Speedway in Tennessee.
Jim, place is awesome.
Yeah, looks pretty cool. That's where Ashton Winger flipped over at, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what it looked like.
When him and his buddy got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a first time in a UMP and first time ever there.
Wow. Well, good luck, man. That's freaking up. Who's modified it? Who is it?
Ace Claiborne. I don't know if you know him. He runs over down at Lake Cumberland.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
he said he goes to Smoky Mountain and stuff like that.
Okay.
Not sure what other tracks are near him. I know that Lake Cumberland and Smoky Mountain he races at pretty often. There might be a place called Thunder Mountain right near him.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Thunder Mountain. Yeah.
We'll be putting a post up here probably tomorrow, next day, highlighting everything what's going to go on. But yeah, we had a change
Well,
of
good
plans.
luck, man. That's freaking awesome. Good
Yeah.
luck.
It should be pretty fun.
Yeah. Heck yeah. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Pulling for you, bud.
A lot of guys are afraid to travel, man, but that's not us.
No, that's not y'all. That's not y'all. Not y'all at all.
What was it? 2 years ago, I think we were coming back from racing in Florida, and Derek wasn't old enough to drive because he was only 15, and I got a phone call.
A few years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago, I got a phone call as I'm pulling in back home after driving, and someone says, "Hey, we got an opportunity to run a ARCA race, but you have to come back to Hickory, North Carolina to get approval like tomorrow. So back in the car we go. I drive all the way back to Hickory to get approval, and it was a couple weeks later we were in Michigan racing an ARCA race. So it was pretty cool.
You know, that's all
Who's
that
called-
asphalt stuff that you don't know nothing about.
That is, oh my God.
He don't like to claim that he knows anything about asphalt at all.
Yeah, dirt is fun and way cooler.
See, even the dirt guys will go race asphalt sometimes. See,
Yeah, they will. Yeah. When opportunity comes, like Carson Brown, I think he'll drive anything.
For sure.
You get a lawnmower, call Carson Brown. He'll drive it.
he'll jump in it. He don't care.
We called David earlier in the week, said, hey, you got anyone in the car down there on
I
asphalt?
almost had him something lined up too until his UMP stuff. That kind of trumped it.
Oh,
I don't blame him though. I don't blame him at all. It was a UMP or a Legend car. I mean,
Put him in a Charger car, man. See what he can do.
well, if this thing wasn't in 100 pieces over here still, it might just happen. You know, that'll probably happen for the years out.
Yeah, we'll come down. We know we'll travel.
Okay, good deal. Cause y'all got that big Labor Day race still at Florence, right?
It is a big labor. Well, yeah, it's but that's Cars Tour weekend, so I don't know what all
okay,
they're gonna be
never mind.
running with it yet.
Yeah.
They'll have
Yeah.
limited class.
We'll have to get one of these Racing Jason stickers. Get it on our hot rod.
We got a hat over here. We got a hat.
Yeah. I have to get stickers. I don't have stickers made.
Nah, we'll have to-
I'll have to look into that. I
We'll
got
have to do a
hats,
shirt swap
t-shirts,
or a
all that
hat
good
swap
stuff.
or something. I'm not as
sorry?
I'm not as good looking as Anna, but we'll have to get you in a Derek McGrew Jr. shirt.
Sign me up, bud.
Heck yeah.
Oh, look at you, man. See that? Like, look at you.
You might have your Cody Overton stuff, but I got Derek McGrew Jr.
Hey, that's pretty, man. I like that.
edition.
Yeah. Hey, man, sign me up, bro. Sign me up. Heck yeah, I'll wear the heck right out. All right, Dave, that's me. You got anything else, bro?
I think that's about it, brother.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right, man. Well, good deal. I appreciate you jumping on with us as always, man.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be interesting to see. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's do this real quick.
Do
all
it.
of y'all.
Do it.
Okay. Since we know who's running with series now. Okay. Who's more stout? Outlaws or Lucas? What you got?
Lucas.
Still?
You
Bobby
got-
Pierce is bad,
That's what I was fixing to say.
but
you got.
he's the only one that I feel is,
Who else
is on
the
that
World
level.
Tour?
I think you. I gotta agree with him right now because I mean you do have Thornton, JD, Devin Moran, Lucas. I'm gonna say that's your top three. You got Pierce.
I'm a huge Timmy fan because we've been friends for a long
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Since before he started, I've been
Yeah.
friends with him. But
He-
when it gets down, you come down to who's going to get it done. Like you said, Bobby Pierce up there ripping the lip, just making it happen.
Man, I look. I like Tim McCready too. He is one of the nicest guys I've ever met in the pit. Personally, I mean,
Yeah,
you grew up with him. You know him better than I do. But
I
I'm just saying,
consider him
far
buddy.
far as what I've met him, he is one of the nicest guys I've ever met and coolest down to
Love
earth
him.
guy. I just don't see it happening in the ride he's in. I ain't saying he might not squeak one here and there or something, but I don't know. I don't.
That and Tim, he's older.
Yeah.
He's got kids. He wanted to be black coach for his kids.
Oh, yeah.
I think priorities are shifting.
Yes,
Which,
for sure. Which
they-
I mean,
you know-
rightfully so. The man has won so many races in his
Yep,
day,
and
championships and everything else. And I mean, he has got nothing left to prove in this series.
No, he does not. No, he does not. No, he does not.
So I don't know who. Okay, we got Pierce over in Outlaws. Who you gonna say is top three over there?
Oh shoot, Pierce, Gustin, Hoffman.
I can see Gustin.
I can see Gustin. I don't know
Hoffman.
about
Hoffman to
though.
me is just so up and down.
Yeah.
He's good when he's good.
But
How about Troutman?
I
think he's got a lot of potential.
I think he's got a lot of potential. I just think he's got a lot to learn in this ride that he's in. And
yeah.
when it comes to Troutman, I want to see where that ride ends up in a month and a half.
Yes.
The relationship Troutman has with his car owner
You
in a
remember-
month and a half.
You remember what we talked about at Bristol? Yeah, a couple, stuff. You know who it was? It was me and this guy. Us two.
y'all two.
It was us two. We had a crew chief there that had zero idea of what he was doing.
And I didn't even know the owner. I watched something happen into a race car and said, hey, if you're not going to fix it, someone give me tools, I'll fix your race car. And under I went and just started fixing race cars.
Yeah. So we ended up working on car all weekend at Bristol.
I don't doubt Troutman has what it takes and will improve. I want to see how the relationship is between him and his car owner.
I think the best
In a
thing.
month.
I think the best thing he's got going over there is he's got Madden to lean on too.
I like Madden.
I like Madden.
I don't know how good of a teammate Madden is.
Well, apparently he's not good. But
You know, Madden's not. He's like one of those guys. Like, this is my toy.
yeah,
and I'm not
leave my
sharing
toy
it.
alone.
So I don't know. You know, and out of those 4 he named, if they're going to get out there and get elbows up,
I gotta go, Lucas.
you know, you get elbows up with those 4 drivers, one of them's going to shine 9 out of 10 times. Where you get to Lucas and you've got RTJ, Davenport,
Moran.
Moran. Who else is there?
Where's Shepard at?
Albertson. Look, Shepard.
Albertson's
Yep.
been really
So
good.
now you've got there's
Brandon
5
Shepard, too.
there's 5 guys that if you put them head to head, there's
Yeah.
5 guys that can get elbows up and put on a show with 5 guys.
What about Hudson O'Neal?
You know,
Huddy.
Hoodie. Yeah.
Lucas
there's
too?
just so much over there.
Dalton Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big perm.
Big perm,
Makes it pretty easy.
Yeah, big perm. Yeah.
you know, and he's your underdog, but he gets up there and throws elbows with the best of them.
I could see him, which I mean,
Yeah.
not in the series, obviously, but I could see that dude coming up and winning
Oh yeah.
Eldora or something.
Yeah, you know,
out
and
of nowhere.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
just
Whatever.
the
Yes.
arsenal. The arsenal is just so big over there
Yeah.
of guys that can get up there and flex muscle at any time
Yeah.
on any track, super speedway tracks, little tracks. That other series, you know, you got guys that can sneak one in here and there, but Bobby Pierce is hands down. He's the one. He's the man over there. If he don't,
Yeah.
have,
If he don't win the championship over there, something bad
if he
happens,
doesn't have
I think.
some breakage, you know, catastrophic failure, you know, what do I say when you show up at a track with not a lot of good cars? You cherry picking.
No.
You know, is he cherry picking? Is he cherry picking the
He pulled the
championship?
Kyle Larson from this
You know,
weekend.
he's
as they
cherry
said,
picking the championship. You could say, even though those
Yeah.
other guys are good, at the end of the day, you know, wouldn't be as easy for him on the other side.
Damn. I wish R2J would have came to that side, but hey, you know.
Well, then you'd have a 2-horse fight.
Yeah, but them two, God, that'd be great. That would be
You know,
great.
right now it's like Mike Tyson fighting in the welterweight class. You know what I mean?
Like him
Yeah.
trying
Come
to
on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I
know?
I still wish somehow. I mean, I know it had never happened, but man, I wish them 2 series would somewhat.
Go to one.
Yeah, man.
But then we wouldn't have nothing to talk about.
No, I agree.
Maybe not.
I think dirt late model racing. We need 2 national series. We do. We need them.
Oh yeah.
We need them.
Okay. You asked me about streaming platforms if we were getting oversaturated last week, and I may have asked you this already, but man, all the late model. I know there's 2 national series, obviously, but there's so many late model series right now that are super late model series. You think there's oversaturation of them, or I don't know. What do you think?
Well,
You've been
Dave,
watching it.
the only thing I can say about that, bro, is I hate when they went on the same nights, like Clash and Ultimate. That just killed me. But are we oversaturated with series, especially down here? Midwest, you're not, since MLRA,
Right.
bounced out. Midwest, you're not. You need all you can get in the Midwest. Because right now, what you got, Comp Cans and Mars, that's it.
Yeah.
Down here, okay, Mid-East, I still haven't heard from Mid-East. So I haven't even seen their schedule. So we
No,
got
you might
Clash,
well-
we got
never
Mid-East,
mind.
we got
I
Ultimate.
can't talk about them.
I'm sorry?
Those names can't be mentioned on this show.
What What'd I do?
I'll tell you nothing. I'll tell you about it later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's that bad.
Oh, I didn't know.
No. They can be said. I refuse to.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Woof. Thought I was stepping on some toes. So that's 3 series right there. Plus, you got Southern Thunder for like a 1 or 2 off. are we oversaturated with series down here? I'm gonna say no to the extent where we can still race at least once a month, which is great, but just don't schedule on the same night. That's the only thing I can say.
I agree with
But
that.
no.
I'm fine with that. But if we're going to race once a month, then man, why don't we have Clash, Ultimate, whatever? Man, come together and let's race twice a month and under one banner have a bigger car count.
Man, I've been saying that for a doggone man. You beat the dead horse. I've been saying the last 10 years, man. Come on,
What
bro.
I do
I
on
wish
this
they
show?
would merge. You know how much better it would be if they merged? Do you have any idea?
Oh yeah, I do. It would be great.
Well, I think there's ups and downs to that myself. You get more cars there, but the way these super late model cars are, when you have multiple series happening, it allows the guy that might not have that funding, might not have that technology,
Very true.
to come and sneak off a series win, because there was another, the big series had your top 10 tier teams there, so you get your local guy that come in, sneak a $5,000-$10,000 win or $15,000 win, because you had 15 to 20 good teams, but not super teams. And without those guys,
I
man,
see what you're saying. That's
without
a
those
good point,
guys,
too.
those other series, those are the guys that keep it going.
And I guess it's also
Oh, I
kind
agree.
of
I
like
agree.
any other business from the stance of those series are also competing against each other. Whereas, how can we make it cheaper for the guys yet pay more money?
Yeah.
So the competition of the series it can be a good thing too.
Yeah, you get your local guy that's go to a big Lucas Oil race or something. Say, lucky to qualify,
Yeah.
but that guy can go knock down a 50. Like when someone you don't know shows up at a Lucas race and people are like, who's that guy?
Well, that was Dalton Wilson
Yeah,
a few
who's
years
that
ago.
guy? Who's that guy? Well, who's that guy? Or why isn't that guy running national series?
Yeah.
Because that guy can go over Cherokee, go down Lakeview, Swainsboro for a local race where they're going to pay 10, 15 grand and knock off 15 wins throughout the year. You don't really hear nothing about it, but this guy's building his race team.
Right.
And he's building the sponsors, you're getting sponsors, you're getting funding, because now you're a superstar locally. Then you can hit the national series. And without multiple little series, those guys ain't showing up. They got to make a name somewhere.
Yeah. So yeah. If they schedule, well, here's how they do that here too, which is a good thing. When they schedule on the same night, that might be 5 hours apart, which is fine with me. If they're gonna do that, don't put them 2.5 hours, where a guy can say, okay, where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? Give the other guys in that area a chance to run with them, while these people down here are close to this series, they can run there. So put them at least 5 hours apart.
For sure.
Remember Clash and Ultimate did that last year? They was in Halifax,
Oh,
and Clash was at Lawrence.
yeah.
So if you're gonna do that, do that.
I agree.
Put them. Yeah.
I can
Put them.
dig
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So anyway. All right. Well, good deal, man. You got anything else?
That's about it, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to ask real quick, since we I think we already probably know, but since we've set the fields for the World Outlaws and the Lucas Oil Series, looking now early in the season, who is your pick for champion of both series?
Okay, well, let's see. Outlaws. Okay, what's that guy's name, man? Oh God, he's from Illinois, Oakwood, I think. Wow, number 30, Pierce, I think his name is.
Maybe. I think I heard of him one time.
Yeah, maybe once or twice.
Did you order your flannel yet?
I'm sorry.
Did you order your Bobby Pierce flannel shirt yet?
No,
You didn't see his merch drop?
But I got the one that says "Hold my beer." Ass whooping coming.
Yeah,
so,
you didn't see his merch drop with his flannels?
No, I
He got new flannel shirts, limited edition.
I haven't seen that.
Jackets that look like
You're the
cars,
late
too.
model, man.
Well, I don't
I'm
wear-
just a
I don't wear-
modified guy from up north. How do I know more than you do?
I love t-shirts.
Come on, get on my level.
T-shirts. I'm a t-shirt guy. T-shirt guy. Dave, I don't know, man. It's gonna be fun to see Moran, RTJ. I hope Moran can keep it up, which I'm pretty sure he can. To see Devin Moran, RTJ, and JD battle it out, man. I want to see Dalton Wilson get some dubs. I want to see Mahler do good. I want Bruning to do good. Give me RTJ to repeat. How about?
Boy, this was tough picking here, wasn't it?
You can't pick anything else, you know.
I agree.
You want
I
to go
agree.
outside the box, and it's weird to say, you know, maybe to think that Jonathan Davenport is not the favorite. That's you got to be on your game to knock him off like that.
Look. I really like JD. I really like Jonathan Davenport. I mean, far as his driving ability.
yeah.
I mean, I you know, far as that go, I like him at it. But I do. I'm probably gonna get some hate for this. He's still up there battling. But I think he's almost starting to get towards that area of a T-Mac. Of on the back side of his
RTJ is hungry.
RTJ is
He's
very
hungry, and I think that's what makes Jonathan Davenport maybe look like that, because you got guys like RTJ that are just that hungry.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you look at Moran and you look at Shepard. These guys aren't old.
No,
but they're not hungry.
And I'm not knocking JD by no means. I'm not. I just he's been the man, and he's still great. I'm not taking anything away from him, but I just think sometimes they're, you know, in life you start getting other priorities.
Yeah, exactly.
And yes, he still prioritizes racing, but he's got a son that's coming up, starting to race some himself.
When you start a job, it's exciting.
Yeah.
When it becomes a job,
Yeah, exactly.
right now, RTJ,
He's in that new stage.
he's not just there to get a paycheck. He's still. It seems like he still loves what he's doing.
That's right.
Yeah, he's in a race. He's in a race.
It's like when you're married. He's still newlywed to this.
Yeah.
He just loves it.
No, don't go any farther with that.
Well,
Let me ask you a question.
Don't go any farther with that right now.
It ain't been a year yet.
Hey, if JD, let's just say if JD wins the world this year, that'd be number 7. Is he the GOAT? Is he the greatest ever?
I don't think he's going to get the GOAT status.
I don't know if anyone in late model can ever get the GOAT status other than Bloomquist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because of where he brought where late models were before him,
Yeah, exactly.
and where they are now because of him.
The man had a rule book written because of him.
Yeah.
Like there's everything that goes on, and no matter what series you're in, is based off of Scott Bloomquist.
Yeah.
One way or another, it's based off of Scott Bloomquist and his legendary status of how he got there.
Exactly.
Well, you know, he's Dale Earnhardt Sr. of dirt late model racing.
That's a good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I think it'd be very, very hard for anybody to ever reach that status again.
Yeah.
Somebody would have to come along.
You can win as many races as you want.
And I don't think it's not even a race win
not-
thing.
no.
It's not a race. I mean, it's not a race win thing. I mean, yeah, obviously he had tons of race wins, but it's not even a race win thing. It's just the innovation that came
what he
along
brought
and-
to it.
Yeah.
And even when they did that,
And on top of that, the personality.
yeah,
And
and the interview they did with Nick Hoffman, and when he talked about the stuff he learned just from being with Scott for a little while,
Yeah.
the way he does things, it was just no one does it today like that. You know, he took things to a whole nother level, and maybe it was that ride in the spaceship. I don't know what it was. You know, I don't know if it was the good ones he ran into or if it was the bad ones he ran into. One of those rides just brought, you know, or maybe it was a trip. Where'd he go, to China or Japan?
yeah, he went to
That's
You
Japan.
know, when
Yeah,
he took a little
Japan.
time off.
Yeah.
You know, and came
When he
back.
changed to
When he
zero
came back
because-
to
The
zero.
yin yang. The yin yang.
Yeah, the zero, because there's no start, there's no end.
No start, no
Yes.
end. Yep.
He went to a whole nother level, man.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: if say JD was, would you put JD? Let's just say you was the world. I'm just saying, would you put him in front of Moyer?
In front of who?
In front of Moyer?
Yeah, I think right now, when I look at being a northern guy, for me, I look at it and Scott Bloomquist is best of ever.
Hold on. I got to hit this real quick. Yeah. All right. Whenever you're ready.
All right. Let me flush this toilet.
What the world?
All right. So, hey, everyone. This is Scott Bloomquist, and you're listening to Chicken Bone Alley.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God!
But and you know, in today's day,
That's the personality I'm talking about.
with today's day, some people don't know these old timers, you know. But everyone knows Scott Bloomquist if you watch dirt racing, and everybody knows who Jonathan Davenport is. He's still doing it today. So I put him up in the top 2, 3 of all time.
For sure.
But I don't think anybody can knock over.
Right now, really, to me, he's on top of this game. Look what they did in Florida. I mean, my God, he came out the box. I mean,
You're
came
not
out
wrong.
the box whooping.
You're not wrong. It's just I don't know. One, he's going through. We all know, you know, they've changed crew chiefs. They've changed, you know, quite a few things on transition. Okay, we'll go with transition. But anyway, I don't know. There's a lot of changes going on, and typically when those changes happen, that signifies something. You know, something is like, okay, I feel like I can move here, and we're going to be back racing again. And I mean, I'm not down. I just, like I said, we've all been in it. We know how it works. I don't know. I just feel like he can come out of a box fast.
Mm-hmm.
Can he make it the whole year? Or
I
is
think
that
he
wearing
can.
on him?
I really do. I think he can.
And I hope he can. Because I want to see him and RTJ fight it out the entire year.
I think RTJ's hunger and his just willingness to drive 110% on any racetrack, any track condition, on any day. I think that's got guys like Jonathan Davenport feeling that they're off their game, where they feel that they need to make a change because we got to do something, because we must be slow. We got to do something, make a change. Crew chief, car, motor builder. Okay, let's do something to try to get an edge on this guy, because you can't change Father Time. What Father Time does, you
He'll win
can't
every
change.
time.
You can
He'll win
switch
every
crew
time.
chiefs, you can switch engine builders, you can switch chassis builders, you can switch tire guys. You can't replace that fire that Thornton has right now, that Jonathan Davenport did have at one time. And not that he doesn't still have desire, but that fire is not burning like it is in RTJ, and no one's going to change my mind, man.
I agree with you.
It's just, he's hungry.
I agree.
He's ready
And it's
to
gonna
eat.
be even with the, like you talk about with the fighter thing, with Pearson and World of Outlaws. This can make everybody else get better, because we got to keep up with RTJ. I mean, I'm sorry, with Pierce. We got to keep up with Pierce. You got to keep up with the Joneses. So I think that's gonna make every other team better, just to keep up with them.
You got no choice.
So, yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm ready.
Me too. Well, cool deal, man. Well, dude,
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you.
Enjoyed it. Yep. Y'all have a good rest of the night, rest of the week. Y'all be tomorrow ripping the lip. You know Tyler Bashir, right? Crew chief for Ethan Dawson.
Yeah.
He's coming on the show. He's gonna change my mind. I swear to God, Swainsboro must be in February. He's just a flag Cherokee. I disagree. He's gonna come on the show tomorrow night. He's gonna change my mind. Like I told him in that video, if you saw it or not. You ever seen that picture of that guy's got that desk and he says something I believe in this and change my mind?
Yeah.
Well, I believe Swainsboro races like February changed my mind. There you go.
Well, I want to hear it. Tell everybody where they can find it at tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, Space. We'll retweet it. We'll put it up on X, Twix, Twitter, X, Twitter, X, Twitter, Twix. Yeah. But yeah, find me there. We'll retweet it tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Ripping the lip. Let's go, baby. LFG.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Y'all be good. Hey, safe travels to y'all, man. Good luck this weekend.
I appreciate it, man. It was nice
Yes,
meeting you.
sir. Y'all be good. Get my address from Dave, man. T-shirt, bro. T-shirt.
All right. You got
I'll
it.
get you one.
What size?
Extra large.
XL, baby.
XL. All right. All right.
All right, y'all be good, man.
All right, dude. Take it easy.
Later.
All right, everybody. That was our good friend Racing Jason, as always, each week here on Chicken Bone Alley. Appreciate him coming on with his dirt from the dirt side of.
He brings the excitement.
Labor. Oh
man.
yes, he
He
loves it.
brings it.
He loves it.
He's got the RTJ fire.
Yes, something's on fire over
Yeah,
there. I don't
right?
know what
Got
it
it.
is.
He's got it.
But anyway, real quick, want to thank our good friends over at MPM Marketing, www.marketwithmpm.com. Head over there if you're in this racing game. y'all know how it is. You got to have help on the marketing side. It is so hard. It's so much to do while you're on the road and at the track. You need help, getting that stuff out on social media. And Tanya with MPM Marketing is one of the best at it. So head over there, talk with Tanya, and she'll get you set up. Also, Fresh Chef, one of my favorite restaurants. How about y'all?
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. When we go to Morrisville, that's our spot.
Always. I love some Fresh Chef. So y'all head over to Fresh Chef. You're in any of what we call the Race City area in North Carolina, for sure. There's one close by, I promise you. So head over to Fresh Chef. They got daily food and drink specials. They're all listed on their social media, so y'all go check them out. Also, Dixie Made right here in Florence, South Carolina. I know Junior was talking about he wanted to get over to Dixie Made.
Yeah. I doubt they're open, but I have to stop over.
Yeah, they may be closed already, but when you leave the beach and headed towards the interstate, then stop by.
I'll check it out.
Stop by Dixie Made right here in Florence, South Carolina. They got all the brands you want. What's some of the brands you like? Local Boy. We got
Old Row.
Old Row. Yeah.
What else do they got?
They got Southern Fried Cotton.
Simply Southern.
Simply Southern. Yeah. See, he knows all the brands.
Yeah.
That's all the brands. All the guys, all the kids want. So y'all head over there. They got you covered from head to toe. And one of the coolest things about Dixie Made is the price you see on the rack is the price you pay at the register. There's no, this is $15.99, but then you get to the register and adding
All
taxes
taxed
and all that. No, what's on the tag is what you pay. So it's easy, simple. Race time's coming in over here at Darlington here in a few weeks. So when everybody's in town, y'all make sure to head over here to Dixie Made. Check them out. So, guys, also real quick before I go any farther, our buddy Skylar Whitfield this week. Y'all be in Myrtle Beach area.
Yeah.
Head over and check out my buddy Skylar Whitfield there. He's playing at the OD Lounge there in North Myrtle Beach tomorrow. He'll be over there tomorrow night. So if y'all are around,
Where's
go
that?
check him out. The OD Lounge. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
I'll send it to you.
Country?
He does a lot of country, folk, Irish, a lot of great stuff.
Yeah,
Great
As
stuff.
long as it's okay with her, we'll
Who looks like Chris Stapleton?
He'll do some Stapleton. He'll throw in some
What,
Stapleton.
what was that song you were singing
Oh
on
God.
the,
Oh
on
God.
the gazebo? Does he do that one?
I don't know.
Does he do
Okay.
that one?
I don't know.
I'm
He,
putting
he knows them. Okay.
call him. I'm putting a request. I want front row, and I want that song played.
We got you. We got you covered. Also, the landing at Grand Dune there on the 27th. That's on 27th. That's at Myrtle Beach, and the Not Windy Hill also in North Myrtle Beach on the 28th. So go check out SkylarWhitfield.live, and you can see all his dates. Check out his music, all that fun stuff, and go check him out if you're in the area. I'm gonna send y'all over there. That'd be a cool hangout for y'all.
Heck yeah, for sure.
So, all right. So you just talked about it a little bit. UMP Modified this weekend. Are you excited? Obviously, you're excited about it. Obviously, but what is it about a UMP Modified you're looking forward to?
Like I said, he gave me the option. He's got a crate late model up there. He had a super, got rid of it, but it's been a while since I've had some, more than 400 horsepower underneath the hood of a race car, and I'm definitely hungry for that. And that's one car I've never driven before, so to go down there and check that, one off the bucket list is going to be pretty cool. And yeah, really, I'm just looking forward to doing that, and it's pretty cool, to see where a relationship that was made off, iRacing 3 years ago, my mom's house, to turn into this. And it's, it's been in the works for, I said, a couple years now. And now it's finally seems like it's coming together. And I think he might come up, in our area and race one of my cars here eventually. But I'm just looking forward to it. I think we might be able to test there on Friday. So if we do,
Nice.
that'll be nice just to get some laps and learn a little bit before we go out there and race. But I know he's got good equipment, so I definitely have some expectations to go out there and hopefully run well. I've ran a late model before, and I'm used to running all the open wheel stuff. So I think that's definitely going to helped me out a lot. And
Little tire.
yeah, and I've been able to be good with throttle control, especially running the big block.
Yeah.
For all those years, and I said I've raced a bunch of different type of cars, and I've been able to adapt to them, pretty fast. And I think it'll be the same thing with this, hopefully. And who knows, maybe be able to run up front.
I imagine you will. I think you will. I think you'll adapt quickly. I've always seen the guys that been able to drive late models. It seems like they're able to at least know their way around one.
Yeah.
So, I think it'll be good. Be good. Dad, what you think about it?
I'm all about it. I just, I wish I had these opportunities when I was a kid,
Don't we all?
But, I worked hard to get where I was, and I worked 10 times harder to help him get where he is, and I'm behind him 100%, and everything gets in. And, a lot of times I keep saying I just want to be able to show up and watch, but, even when I have a hard time not jumping in, you've seen it firsthand, when like I said, when we were in Bristol, we were there to be on vacation, and we were just watching.
We're working.
And a guy that I didn't even know broke his car, and you seen what I was doing. We put him.
We change a radiator?
Oh well, no. When he broke the brake lines,
Transmission.
the brake lines
Yeah,
first in the
brake line,
infield,
that was it.
and I fixed it for him. He went out there, put it on pole outside of Kyle Larson,
Yep.
and then he broke the transmission. And I had never worked on a late model before in my life.
You did that.
And all of a sudden, I was a crew chief. So when he's racing,
what he had for a crew chief was
But when he's racing, I just jump in and that's what I do.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure it's the same thing. I'm going to jump in and we're going to go show up, and we'll show up with the attitude of, have a good run. But once we get in a car and, we want to win like anybody.
There you go.
You're hungry,
There you go.
You want to win.
Cool. Well, I do have to go over real quick while we're right here. I was over at Florence Motor Speedway this past weekend, like I said, spotting for Paisley, their PJL Motorsports, our buddy Andrew Garris with Profab Headers. She had a good run. We got her turned the fastest lap she's turned over there yet. So had a good run. I think she finished 5th, 6th, somewhere around in there. So that was good. I'm trying to think. Buddy Brandon Johnson took home the win there in the 4 cylinders. Good race there. Charger, Connor, our normal co-host who's still in school on Monday nights right now. He'll be back soon. He was able to bring home 3rd in Chargers at good field too. I mean, I think there was like 16 cars.
And
something like
is that a crate motor?
he's running the same motor I'm running, what I consider a late model stock motor. It's actually the old late model. What they run late model stock is not late model stock motor. It was late model stock upgrade, or they run Harrington. Anyway, he runs the older style late model stock motor. But our class, like I said, you run anything. You run late model stock. You run 604, 603, 602, any of
It's
it.
like an open class, open.
Well, it is, but yet each engine has its own set of rules for the entire car.
Yeah.
So, he did really good. Should have finished 2nd. Little Ricky won it. Michael Grooms was running 2nd, and on a restart, something happened. Looked like clutch, maybe. I don't know. I didn't go ask, but that's just what it looked like. Looked like he could not shift or something transmission wise. Connor got stuck behind him, fell back to 4th. Well, then I was like, well, that's actually good because Connor gets started on the outside because you want outside on restarts there most of the time. He would get to start behind the leader. And by the time Michael Grooms pulls in the pit, so it put him back starting 3rd by the guy that just got around him with 2 to go. So he just didn't have enough time to get back around him. So, but it was a good run for Connor. Finished 3rd there. Our buddy Matt Cox won late model stock. J.R. Moore won trucks in his first race in this truck. I was actually going to have him on tonight, and I ended up having to go to funeral and stuff, and I didn't get it all lined up. So I'm sorry, JR. I will have you on here soon, though. Trying to think what else. David Snook Jr. won limited late models. I do not remember who won legends. I'm sorry. But anyway, so good week over there. We will be in Dillon at Dillon Motor Speedway this weekend. My plan is to race this weekend. I got a little ways to go before I can do that.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
But I think we can make it happen. So, trying to think. That's about it. Other than that, we had some NASCAR racing. Did y'all watch any of it over the weekend? No. I didn't figure you did. Kyle Larson
Saw he won.
handed it to him in the trucks on Friday night. He really handed it to him in Xfinity on Saturday, and then late race restart. Sam Mayer
Moved him, right?
moved him, and he didn't even win, and Justin Allgaier ended up winning that. Then he kind of handed it to him again on Sunday. So, one for the dirt guys, I guess.
Yeah.
He just drives anything. He don't care what it is. But anyway, well, other than obviously UMP, like you were just talking about this weekend, what else you got looking for you this year?
So right now, just with our own stuff, getting hooked up with John at Miracle Motorsports was huge for us this year, and John's a really, really good guy. So just hoping to be able to build a good relationship with John, a good true personal relationship with him, this year, and just work with him. We're going to be racing for him full time on Saturday nights at Devil's Bowl, and I'm hoping to be able to be consistent all year long, and
Yeah, man.
to be able to, if we could bring him home a championship this year would be pretty special. So it's just, I think, the first time ever owning a Sportsman Modified.
Yeah.
John did a lot of asphalt stuff back in his day with the Le Mans, stuff like that. So it's definitely a different view for John, especially not in the driver's seat. But I know he enjoys racing, and it'll be pretty cool to be a part of his team this year and keep doing what we're doing. Other than that, will be Friday nights with our car at Albany Saratoga Speedway, and Sundays at Glen Ridge with our car, and then traveling most of the Dirt Car Series tour. So it'll be a busy year for us. And who knows, I'm sure other stuff's going to pop up,
Oh, yeah.
here and there throughout the season, but we'll be prepared for it. And,
Zima won. That was right. I'm sorry, Matt. Yeah, Zima won over at Florence.
and I'm
Legends.
I'm just looking forward to this weekend, especially being able to race another car that I haven't raced, and the most biggest part I'm happy about is being able to have more horsepower under the hood again, being able to use it when you need to, and that's really all we have going on.
Sweet. Did y'all say y'all was late model?
We sold
One of
our
them.
Barry
One of
Wright and the Rocket we had down here.
I got you.
We still have our Masterbuilt.
Okay.
It's for sale.
It is
So,
for sale.
As a
Good
roller, however you want it, we'll piece it out, whatever you got to do. But
Decided late model wasn't the way you really wanted to go?
Yeah, I mean, he kind of explained it earlier,
Yeah.
with the engineering
Oh, yeah.
and all that stuff.
It's tough now.
And we have the resources, in some aspect, but not fully up in New York. And I started my own business, I want to say 2 years ago now, and he's got his own business. So to travel, constantly, to all these big races that we kind of planned on doing, just really didn't make sense.
Yeah.
And showing up, not saying we can't outwork them, we can't beat them, but not being able to give it 110%. Because of the fact that we got to travel here and there, and we're trying to run businesses back home, just really didn't make sense for us. And you got these guys rolling up with $700,000-$800,000 stackers,
Oh, yeah.
ready to go, fully loaded with with crews. And like I said, not saying we can't outwork them and can't win, but just up in New York, trying to do it from there, and with everything else going on, just it didn't really make sense for us to do that. And we jumped back in to doing our own thing with the modifieds, and being able to get hooked up with John, like I said, this year is huge for us, and hopefully it can get even bigger from here.
Sweet. Well, guys, awesome. I sure appreciate y'all dropping in for y'all's yearly stop in over here.
yes, sir.
So, man, let everybody know real quick where they can follow you at, to follow what you got going on and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff through Facebook. Constant updates on my racing page, Derek McGrew Jr. Racing. My dad does a lot of updating on his own personal page, and me as well on mine. So we can follow us on TikTok at dmr.racing26. And as far as Instagram and stuff goes, I'm not really on there too often, but Facebook and TikTok you can keep up with us on and follow what we're doing.
Cool. Well, guys, I sure appreciate y'all. It's been great. Been great. Been on here a long time tonight. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
We didn't even get to embarrass Jamie over here. You know, everyone gets to watch.
Come on, we still got another seat over here,
Everyone
Jamie.
gets to watch me embarrass her on TV. Come on,
If I could turn the camera around, I
Jamie,
would.
come here. Come over here. Everybody,
Yeah, she does have to come over here. 'cause
Yeah,
we got to
she
tell the
does.
story. We ain't tell. We ain't,
come
we
on
ain't
over
tell.
here.
We
I
ain't tell.
embarrass her all the time on Facebook.
There's Jamie.
Here's the mom of the group.
Yeah, I actually got to. What all did I do with y'all's wedding?
You married us.
Well, yeah,
You
I know
married
that.
You know, the thing is, I called. We were going to get married in South Carolina, so for one of the first people I called was Dave. I said, "Hey, will you come to my wedding? Are you racing?" He says, "No, why?" I said, "Well, I want you to come to my wedding." He said, "I'd come anyway." I said, "Okay." I said, "And can you bring some of your DJ stuff?" He says, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So he's going to DJ it, and he jokingly said, "Well, I could marry you too." I said, "You can? Perfect." So from there, it was in his hands.
Jackson's here. Tell everybody,
What's up,
hey,
Jackson?
Jackson. Wave. Tell him hello. All right. Well, there's Jackson, everybody.
He's on TV.
Now you got crumbs in your hair from the cookie.
He's putting on a show.
Yeah.
Wave at everybody. Wave at them. All right, everybody. Well, yep. So yeah, I ended up being able to marry him and all that fun stuff.
Heck yeah.
So that was when? That was
July.
July.
Yep.
Yeah. So y'all getting
It was a fun time being
It was a
able to
fun
sit out there
time.
and
Yeah, it was cool. It was our wedding, but it was probably one of the coolest, most laid back deals I've been to or a part of. And it was just good having, all of our good friends around, and having you be able to do that was pretty cool too.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. I loved it. It's the first wedding I did.
And he did
Well-
a good job. He did a great job.
Actually, it was the last wedding. No, actually, it was not the last wedding I did. I did one a couple weeks after that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was quicker than y'all's.
put you on the map.
No way.
Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't. There was no venue. We were at church already, and he was like, "Hey, can you marry us?" I was like,
sure.
"Yeah."
Yeah.
He was like, "We got this, the license already." No, hitting buttons right now. Oh, so that's awesome. So we just one big family around here.
For
Yeah.
sure.
All right, everybody. Well, we sure appreciate y'all hanging out with us. There's Jackson. Yeah, all right, everybody. Hug. You get a hug. All right. Well, we sure appreciate y'all coming to hang out. We appreciate Racing Jason as always. It's been fun, and hopefully we get to do
Yeah,
it here again
definitely.
soon sometime.
I think we'll be back down here. Just like we have been.
Always.
Always. So I appreciate you guys having us, and look forward to being back on here.
Nah, you ain't got to appreciate us, man. This is your seat anytime. You know that. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate all y'all hanging out with us tonight, too, and checking us out. Since Matt Grantham was on here, good running truck. I spotted for him Saturday. I think he ended up fifth, I think it was. So not too bad. Second time out in truck. But anyway. All right, everybody. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate all of our sponsors on here. And we will be back. Should be next week. Y'all have a good one. All right, while Junior's putting his shoe back on over here, everybody. Knew I smelled something around this corner. Jackson's still telling everybody, hey. All right. Hey, everybody. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to do it for this week. We'll talk to y'all next time. Have a good one.
See ya.